time.
When this is up, you got 24 seconds.
I got 24 seconds?
Now 15.
Before I can go. Oh, I see. Oh, that's good. We're at the half here at Glacier Peak High School. The home team Grizzlies with the lead, 25-20 over the visiting Shorecrest Scots. And a game that really hasn't seen a whole lot of offense, only 5 points, of course. We've talked about that. They're mustered by the Scots of Shorecrest in that first quarter. They came alive a bit in the second, outscoring the Grizzlies 15-12 in the second period of play. But really, both teams seem to be just testing the water a bit. Not a lot of high flying, not a lot of points in the paint, just open shots. You hit them when you can. And that seems to be what it is. Of course, Shorecrest being a lot more of a push it, a lot more guard-oriented offense. They tend to live and die by the pressure they can get out of defenses. Glacier Peak, on the other hand, very content to just work it around, play the half-court game, and make sure they can get themselves a high percentage shot. And there's the shot off the block by Trey Chambers to start things off for the Grizz. Chambers has 10 points, 8 of those, of course, in the first half. 2 3-pointers. He had plenty of three-point shots. He's 2 for 6 from downtown. 27-20 the score now. There's the shot, and it is in! Benny Ortega will drop a 3 right with Trey Chambers looking right up at him. Actually, they'll call that on Allen. My bad. His third personal foul, and that's important. So early on here in the third quarter, and after the 3, Ortega has a chance to cut it down to a one-possession ball game. They count the basket. That was the question, whether he was a 3 or a 2, whether his foot was on the line when he elevated for the shot. And from my recollection, he was far beyond the arc. I believe it is a 3, and that is confirmed now at the table. So 27. That was on Chambers. So they reversed the call on Nick Allen, so he will not have 3 fouls, but they will give it against Trey Chambers, his first, and I thought that's who was guarding. Long, lanky kid. Put the foul on him. There's the shot. Ortega with the 4-point play makes it a 3-point ball game, 27-24. Here's Southard. Southard being guarded by Hofstrand. And now we reverse pivot. Here's the steal by Oishi to the rack with the right hand and score it. And it's a 1-point ball game, 27-26. Luke Neal with the reins, chucks it away. Here come the Scots again, 2-on-1 break. Right to the rack with a left hand, no. Rebound, Niato will put it back up and in, and a first lead of the ball game for the Shorecrest Scots, and it has come on a flurry of activity, a 4-point play, and then 2 buckets, so an 8-0 run here to start the third quarter of play. Nieto with the rebound. Here comes Oishi, pardon me. Ortega with it. Kicks it outside to Lawson. Lawson down Nieto, up and in. It's good. A 10-0 run by the Scots, and timeout, says Jim Wilson. Holy cow, did things change in a blink of an eye here at Glacier Peak. With that lead completely evaporated on a 10-0 Shorecrest run to start the third quarter. Holy cow. 30-27 is where we sit right now. Oishi with 7 points, had 5 in the first half. He had a bucket on a steal. He also had the dump down underneath to Nieto there for his 4th point, only the first 2 here, but he was instrumental on the offensive glass. But the Grizzlies are going to have to find an answer for the full court pressure. So far, 2 pretty sloppy passes in backcourt have cost him 4 points in the lead. One by Southard and one by Neal, who was looking to cross-court skip pass on that last one and just had it partially knocked away. And Benny Ortega took it right down before his assist to Masamba Nieto. So what a turn. Of course, both of these teams looked like they were just on autopilot in the first half. Really didn't show much signs of life, and I think you can erase that question mark from beside the Shorecrest Scots as we start this third quarter of play. 30-27, and in against that zone pressure that they had no problem breaking in the first half, and now suddenly Scots look like giant killers. Finally into their half, their side come the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, but they'll have to do it now with only 17 on the shot clock. Trying to wrap it in. They finally get it to Trey Chambers, their leading scorer. Chambers now will dump it off to Neal, left-hand side, being guarded by Lawson. He'll look in. Kick out now on the Allen shot. They'll have to get it with 2 on the shot clock to let it fly. No good. Southard rips the offensive glass. He'll take it up and scores. Brady Southard, 5 points for the big man. Listed at 6'4". He had to work about 6'7" worth in order to get the offensive glass there. There's Nieto with the miss and the offensive putback. It is fouled. That will be against Nick Allen, and that will be his third foul. Soñado will go to the free throw line. Missed his first 2 opportunities before finally hitting one. Actually, he does not have a free throw. He's 0 for 3 now. And you get any kind of thought that the big man can't hit his free throws, you may see Hackashack employed if he gets underneath. And he misses them both, so he's 0 for 4 on the night. 29-30, Scots by a single point, and the only lone shot to fall for the Grizzlies so far has been the Brady Southern putback. And now a long shot, no good by Allen, in a kick out. Here comes Oishi and the Scots. Left hand, he'll accelerate now the kick out. Ortega can't get anything going. Now they'll finally give it back to Ortega now with a left hand dribble. Takes a stop, dumps it outside. Man-to-man pressure. Well, 14 on the shot clock. It almost looks like the Scots are in constant state of panic. And now a step on the end line. Oishi just got a heel on the blue Grizzlies sign there on the north end zone, and is whistled out of bounds. That'll be a turnover, something that the Scots have not had a lot of so far here in the third. Guffey back out now to Neal. Neal, hesitation dribble, finally gets it into Allen. Allen drew a double team for a moment. Now the kick out, long 3 on the way, got it! Luke Neal, 10. And he's the second Grizzly in double figures. Here's Zach Lawson. Now kick out to Hofstrad. He is fouled. Now a walk call. Good call. I thought for a moment there he was going to get bailed out of that left-hand lay-in, but no. Took the extra hop and was whistled for the violation. So the Grizzlies now 2-point leaders. Still having trouble bringing the ball up is Brady Southard. And you can bet they're going to try to get the ball to Luke Neal to just settle things down here and make sure we can get the offense started for his head coach. Here's the kick out now. Guffey, that left-hand side. Chambers straight away, finally right-hand side, Neal. He looks in, 3 on the shot clock. He gets the man in the air, finally pushes it up, no good, and the shot clock violation as it doesn't draw any iron backboard or otherwise. Daniel Grebel-Michael will come back in, and as will Drew Megaway, the sophomore, for the Scots. Oishi brings the ball up now, the little yo-yo right-hand dribble across the timeline. Top of the key, dumps it down underneath. No, great block by Southard to deny Nato of an easy right-handed lay-in. 32-30, 3:05 to go. Guffey takes that right-hand dribble, stops now, finds Southard. Here is Chambers straight away. That's a shot he normally gets, that 12-footer, and now a blocking foul as he just gets the high-low chop block delivered to Naito. Chambers' second personal foul. Yet the third team foul for the Grizzlies. They're going to have to calm down a little bit. They got Nick Allen with 3, Chambers with 2, Chelsvik with 2, and Brady Southard also with 2 fouls. And now we've got an offensive foul on the push-off by Daniel Grebelmichael. It's his first. STSPN on a Tuesday night here at Glacier Peak High School. And thanks to a 10-0 run to start the third quarter, the Shorecrest Scots have made this one a ball game and a fun one to watch. Right-hand dribble, having to get rid of it is Southard. He struggles once he has to put that ball in his right hand. Now they'll dump it underneath. Southard with it, brings it back out top of the key. Here's the kick, 3 on the way, got it! Kaboom! Luke Neal with a triple. And he leads all scorers with 13 points. And timely, there's the wraparound. And the do-si-do as Nadeau heads to the rack with the right hand and finishes, is fouled and will head to the rack. As he heads to the rack, it'll be a free throw now, something he struggled with. Yado has 6, but he's really had trouble at the free throw line, 0 for 4 tonight. That foul against Brady Southard, his third personal, and Yado hits the free throw. He will come out of the ball game. Aaron Kelly will come back in with 5 points in the first half. 2:15 to go third quarter, 2-point lead. Grizzlies 35-33. Here's Southard with that left-hand dribble. Gets up, dumps it underneath. A great pass to Nick Allen. Elevates to the rack on the left-hand side. He's got 9. And the Grizzlies extend the lead to 4 points now, just under 2 minutes to play. Kelly. Grebelmichael. And Oishi. Back to Megaway now. We'll reload the offense. Kelly. Hofstrand with it. Tried to get a little inside-out game working, but Kelly wasn't in the right spot, nor did he see the kick back out. He'd have been open had he had it here with 2 seconds on the shot clock. A runner with a right hand by Drew Megaway. He's got 5 points for Megaway. And now Neal will bring the ball up on this left-hand side and break that full court man-to-man pressure now being employed by Shorecrest. They backed it off just a little bit. Neal underneath to Allen and through his hands. Finally knocked clear by the Scots. It'll remain the Grizzly basketball with 1:05 to go third quarter. Allen, top side to Chambers, tried to dump it with a bullet pass down to Southard and is fouled by Oishi, his second personal foul, just trying to keep the big man from getting any lower in the paint. And on that rotation, definitely developed the mismatch as Allen at 6'6" and Oishi at 5'8". And now we've got a foul underneath, I believe, on Brady Southard. That could very well be his 4th personal foul. No, they'll give it to Neal. Both Southard and Neal were underneath, one setting the screen, one rolling off. And Southard lucky he didn't pick up 4 there. Oishi, hesitation dribble. And he is fouled heading in with that right-hand side right in the lane. That'll be a foul on Justin Guffey, his second. And they call it his third, team's 6th foul. So bonus time the rest of the way, a better part of a quarter coming for the Scots. Little offhand lay-in on the left-hand side by Conan Oishi. And he has 9 points. 4 here in the half. He does a great job of making havoc, just wreaking havoc back there on defense for the Grizzlies, who have had some trouble under pressure. There's the steal by Daniel Gebermichael to the rack with the right hand on the left-hand side, and he scores, and it's a 2-point Scott advantage right now with 13 seconds to go. Neal, left-hand dribble. 6 seconds on the game clock. I have to get rid of it up to finally get a little 8-footer off, but it was partially blocked, and by the time that Chelsvik could find the ball after it dropped to the deck, it had rolled out of bounds. I think if he quickly gets his hands on that, he's got a lay-in. So with 1.1 second, the last second shot is up and off the top of the backboard. And that will be the end of 3 quarters.